Nollywood actor and filmmaker Lilian Afegbai recently took to Instagram to have a good old-fashioned rant over what she calls the growing divide in the industry where creatives are labeled. Labeled, you might ask? My good man? Well, she, and apparently the writer of this Pulse.ng article, Brooks Eti Iyene, believe that the Nigerian movie industry does not treat actors equally. How, you might ask, milady? Well, they say that creatives in Hollywood are now tagged as YouTube filmmakers, Netflix stars, or Amazon actors. Lilian Afegbai, a former Big Brother Africa housemate, won the Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Award for Indigenous Movie of the Year for her production debut, Bound, in 2018. She has also appeared in the Mnet series Ajoche and the films Fate of Alakada and Hotel La Bamba. So let's listen to a little bit of what she said.
I know this thing, YouTube face, YouTube actors, Amazon actor, Netflix actor, sugarcane actor. What is this so? Normally, actor na actor. It is, are you a good actor? Are you a great actor? A great? Like, are you doing well as an actor? Can you act? Now you viewers go they turn everything. Now if you don't see certain people for poster, you don't go watch the film. How many films are your favorite one day at the same time?
So Lillian's post has shed some light on something that has apparently been an issue for a while in Nollywood. There seems to be a trend where the industry and the viewers allegedly segregate filmmakers and actors based on where their work is showcased. Whether it's showcased on YouTube, whether it's showcased on any other Nigerian streaming platform or Netflix or Amazon Prime. Now, according to her, this creates an unfair hierarchy, weakening the talents of those who work primarily on platforms like YouTube, while elevating others associated with what she calls global giants like Netflix or Amazon. A little bit on that later. So, first of all, I think it's pretty dumb to create hierarchies like that in Nollywood, which is an industry that is still growing, but it's something that's inevitable. I mean, do you remember when being a TV actor in Hollywood meant you were kind of second rate? Everybody looked down on you because he's a TV actor. Yeah, there was such a time where film actors were the prima donnas. As a matter of fact, they even called cinematic movies the big screen and television the small screen. You know, just now is when big screen actors are all scrambling to get a TV role. So am I surprised that there might be some kind of hierarchy in Hollywood? No, not at all. Do I think it makes sense? Definitely not. So let's get to the part where the audience are the bad guys, according to Lilian. She goes on to say, and I quote, "Normally, an actor is an actor, but are you a good actor? Can you act? But it's you viewers, that have turned the whole thing upside down." Well, excuse me, Lilian.
What do you say fuck me for?
First of all, the viewers have been there since age immemorial. But I have to disagree with you there. Why are the audience to blame for doing what they're designed to do, and I dare say what they're even programmed to do? You know, they do actually do psychological studies to know what kind of things viewers will like. I mean, they want their favorite stars on the screen. Just like every movie industry, you're always going to have A-listers and other listers. You know, it's not different for the Nigerian film industry. You're always going to have those ones who are the big names that can draw people to see a movie. I mean, I'm more likely to see a film with Uzo Arukwe as its lead than with an actor I'm not familiar with. And doesn't mean that the unfamiliar actor is a bad actor. It's just psychology. Audience psychology, if you want to call it that. You know, it's the way of the audience. We like to play it safe. And why not? We're the ones paying for our cinema tickets. We're the one paying for the subscription. So I think that kind of gives us a right to choose who we want. Sure, I'm a firm believer that lesser known actors should be given a chance to lead a film if they've got the necessary acting chops, but that's what it is. A chance. And unfortunately, a lot of filmmakers and even film viewers or audience, they're not ready to take that chance. Not with the prime buck they got, especially when you look at the cinema rates these days. So that's why I think Lillian's calling out the audiences for judging movies based on the presence of certain people on posters is a bit naive and, forgive me, a little bit silly for someone who's also a filmmaker herself. I mean, it's the name of the game. In fact, the main reason her rant video warranted this article from Pulse.ng is because she has some recognition. And it is what it is. There is a reason a lot of those terrible AY and Tony Abraham films keep selling out. Recognition. It's the same reason that people will be attracted to Lilian's own production, Akanchawa Bari. It's the same thing. Recognition. One day, hopefully, Lilian will become one of those actors who people will see their movies just because they see her face on the poster. It's recognition. So don't slide the audience when it doesn't work for you and keep silent when it does work for you. Okay? So, do I think everything she has to say is pointless? No. No, I agree with her. I agree with her that actors shouldn't be graded on whether they appear on YouTube or Netflix or Amazon. There shouldn't be that, but it happens. And by the way, Lilian, YouTube is also a global giant. I mean, they're more global giants than Netflix and Amazon Prime. They're owned by Alphabet, which at the time of me shooting this video have a revenue of $307.4 billion US dollars, making them the world's third largest tech company by revenue after Apple. And they're also one of the world's most valuable companies. YouTube, in turn, had more than 2.7 billion monthly active users as per January this year, who collectively watched more than 1 billion hours of videos every day. So talk about global giant. Meanwhile, Netflix, on the other hand, has 301.6 million paid memberships, and Amazon Prime has an estimated 220 million subscribers worldwide. So I'll say being a YouTube actor might not be such a bad thing. But I get what she's saying. Value at the end of the day is in the eye of the beholder. It's possible that because of some of the big funding coming in from Netflix and Amazon Prime, some producers would naturally want to look down on YouTube actors because, hey, YouTube is like every man for himself, and even try to pay them less because, again, it's every man for himself on YouTube. On that note, Lilian shared a series of encounters with a particular YouTube producer, from being dismissed as a YouTube face to condescending comments and lowball offers. Now, you can tell how offended an actor worth the assault might feel about that. Or even any profession. Nobody likes to be underpaid or underpriced. In one instance, she says a producer offered her 100,000 naira for 15 scenes, an amount she not only found unacceptable, but also disrespectful. And yes, 100,000 could be a lot of money to some people, but after making 20 appearances in productions, I'm sure she's going to be feeling like she's worth more than that. And I'm sure she's been paid much more than that for 15 scenes in some other productions that she's had. But at the end of the day as well, value is in the eye of the beholder. So, after all said, what's the solution? Well, for starters, a change of mindset of the Nigerian film industry producers, especially those ones who misappropriate funds for their movies.
There was a lot of money in the movie industry. There was a lot of money. When the streaming platforms came in, they gave money to these producers. And I'll tell you, point blank, these producers will take the money, $1.5 million or whatever they give them. They use about 10% of that money to make the movie. They are listening. They cannot deny it.
Also, filmmakers need to take more risks in casting choices, where that could be a hit or a miss. You could actually discover your next Richard Moffat Damijo there. Also, we should do better as human beings because the main reason why we create these silly hierarchies in the first place is our need for status conferral. Every man just wants to seem like they're more important than the other. You know, I'm bigger than you. Do you know who I am? You know, all this stuff. So instead of trying to tear down the hierarchies, which I don't think it will work outright, we could try our best to redefine the basis of their creation. Like I said, value is in the eye of the beholder, so maybe we should change the criteria for value. For instance, the A-lister tag in Hollywood is part of the hot list, which is based on the bankability of actors. And it's also, on the other hand, based on their star power and their ability to make a profit at the box office. So we could have a list like that based on performance and bankability, because at the end of the day, all actors aren't equal. So giving all actors a chance is all good and well, but at the end of the day, you still find out that some actors will still excel much more than others. Anyway, that's all I've got to say right here on Real Rumble. Let me know what you think about Lilian Afegbai's words in the comments, and let's have a conversation about that. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. And if you like what you heard and what you saw, please do like, share, subscribe to Movie Matic. So till next time, take care. Go see a great movie. Peace.